Hey guys, it's Dreek here. Welcome back to another arena video, and today we have the Dark Enchantress cookie meta that is going to be presented to you guys. And here we have the standard team, obviously, and well, would you look at the treasures? Those are unusual, right? You have not seen the monocles since the Doe Isle season with Silent Salt, right? But it's making a comeback, and I'm going to tell you because this is my favorite treasure combo to use with this comp. It may not be your best optimal one, but this is my favorite treasure combo. I'm going to have a treasure sheet linked in the description, so do make sure to check that out. That's what I'm going to be using to fight when I'm filming the videos with the team, you know what I mean? So let's go right into the builds for this team. So Millennial Tree is going to be on damage resist, cooldown, and HP with 6 peanut toppings. As you can see here, damage resist, cooldown, HP, all substats. If you don't have HP substats, focus more on crit, and obviously here, full HP biscuit. Aim for about 160 plus HP. If you can get 170 plus, that's great. 180 and you're awesome. But just make sure, get Millennial Tree stacked up all the way with HP. For Silent Salt, he's going to be running a 3-3 build, 3 HP, 3 attack, damage resist, cooldown, attack as well. See, I have some crit subs, which doesn't really matter that much, but as you can see here, damage resist, cooldown, attack, crit, 3-3, full damage resist, bypass biscuit, and that's going to be it for Silent Salt. If your Silent Salt is low promotion, I say 3 stars or lower, you can run a 3-3 attack and cooldown build. You can also run a full cooldown build if you want, with 35 cooldown, and then focus the rest of the substats on damage resist, attack, and crit, and that's going to be it for Silent Salt. So if you have a higher promotion Silent Salt like me, as you can see, HP is going to be more beneficial. I lowered the promotion requirement to 3 stars due to the level 100 edition, which is going to be awesome for this game. HP is going to become a lot more useful. As you can see, almost 2 million HP on my Silent Salt. That's going to be it for Silent Salt, and White Lily is going to be using the same exact thing as Silent Salt, but a damage resist bypass grass tainted biscuit. If you don't have grass tainted, you can use a normal bypass biscuit. That's fine. Obviously, mine has a lot more bypass than you since I use the anniversary biscuit, but aim for about 55 plus. If you can't get 55 plus, then 50 is the absolute minimum on your bypass. This counts for Silent Salt and Dark Enchantress as well. So Dark Enchantress here, follow my video, the build video that's specified for it, for the correct build on Dark Enchantress. I'm not going to go over it here. Do not follow these stats. You have to go watch that build video to understand why I built Dark Enchantress this way. I'm not going to re-explain it, so do make sure to go check that out. White Lily, obviously, I just explained. Now, Marshmallow Bunny, it's the same thing. Same thing as last time. You want to make sure you get your legendary costumes, the one that has amp buff. If you have all legendary costumes, you have 8 amp buff from your bonds. So 8, and then the minimum is 17 if you have all, but I do have all, but I just so happen to have 18 amp buff. So I ran 30 cooldown. You need a 4-second start on Bunny. That is very, very, very important. 30 cooldown, focus the rest on crit and an amplify buff. As you can see here, I have all that. I have 1 attack sub and then the rest on cooldown. If you can't get the 30 cooldown with 5 crit, 1 amp buff tart, you can swap in a cooldown topping over a apple jelly topping. So those are my build for standard team. Now I'm going to show you how the treasures work. So obviously, as you can see, I'm running a pretty strange combo, but this has actually been my favorite combo to run inside of GM1 right now. But the main combos that I really like are going to be Vessel Monocle, which is this, Vessel Feather, Vessel Chest, Feather Chest, and Mono Necklace. Where is that? Where's the Monocle? There we go. Monocle Necklace is also going to be really, really good inside the arena when you're fighting tube comps. You can also run Monocle Tube or even Necklace Tube. There's endless possibilities. I'm going to have that treasure sheet linked in the description, so do make sure to check that out when you're fighting inside the arena. All right, so we're actually going to be using this team to fight inside the arena. As you can see, here we go. Let's go right back. Here we have the arena. Obviously, everyone's running different things. So when you go up to different people, let's say, oh, look, here's someone similar promos as me, same treasures, right? But the treasures that you're going to use to beat Monocle Vessel is going to be the chest and the tube along with the clock. Did I mention that the clock is absolutely needed in every single team? You do not want to run watchless. The clock is, you're going to need it because this is a very cooldown based meta. I don't know if I've said that before, but I might be repeating myself, but good. You need to understand that you cannot use watchless inside of this meta. Now, to beat Monocle and Vessel, you're going to want to run tube and chest. So I'll show you right here. Oh, we're fighting my junior self. Group. Oh, there we go. Going right into it. So as you can see, the tube is actually going to be applied onto Millennial Tree and White Lily. Yeah, this should work. I did test this in friendly battle, so I'm 100% sure it's going to work. Now, the tube is going to make sure Millennial Tree is healing a lot, and chest is going to be debuffing the tree, so they can't damage us as much. So more healing, less damage, and way more survivability. And as you can see, I've already 100 to 0. And yep, there we go. Everyone's alive. And as you can see, wow, 100 million damage from the enemy Dark Enchantress, but that's mainly going to be because of the tube that we're going to be putting on our team. The damage is going to look a bit inflated on this side, even though our Dark Enchantress, the one who survived all the way, is going to be doing 63 million only. But as you can see, right, no tube on this team. Damage isn't that much because Dark Enchantress's damage is mainly based on HP, but Millennial Tree was able to do 141 million healing and out heal pretty much everything on this team. So when we're fighting here, this is going to be a tube and a whistle. So when we're fighting tube whistle, the most generic way, if you see a tube whistle, is probably going to be the chest and the feather. All right, so when you're going to be fighting a chest and a whistle comp, what you're going to want to be using is going to be the chest and the vessel. Instead of running feather like usual, chest vessel is actually going to disable the amount of damage that this team is about to do, because vessel and chest disables damage. It also makes cookies damage that they take is going to be increased. So let's go right in. Okay, so it's going to be another Dark Enchantress team. Go right in. Should be able to win this relatively easily. Remember, not everything is going to be 100% consistent. So double debuff is going to be the way for most of these teams. And another 100 to 0. If you play your cards right, that's going to be a bug. You see that? I forgot about the Dark Enchantress revive bug. So if you see that, just, Dark Enchantress just revived. If you play your cards right, you're going to be able to win every single battle. See? Lower damage on this side, but 14 million only from Millennial Tree, as their Millennial Tree absolutely got destroyed, and their White Lily also died very early as well. But as you can see, damage and difference of Dark Enchantress. The only reason why is because my other cookies are going to be hogging up all the other damage as well. And their Dark Enchantress got their revive off, so it's going to obviously be doing more damage. All right, let's do one more battle for this, and that is going to be up against this guy right here, who is going to be running it. Oh, wait, no, let's do someone different. No, we just fought that combo. Vessel Whistle, and that's going to be pretty easy. You can pretty much just run Monocle Vessel into it. Like I always say, when in doubt, run Monocle. Hey, group. Should be able to win. Monocle Whistle, I meant to say Vessel. And I only started saying that today, by the way. Come on, clutch heal right there, cleanses out, and then White Lily is going to destroy the entire other team. Even though Millennial Tree is dead, still going to win because all my cookies are alive thanks to Monocle. You can see my Silent Salt even survived without Millennial Tree, right? Now take a look at this. Less Millennial Tree healing, but the damage on this team is going to be raised more because of the survivability added from the Monocle, because the Monocle obviously does give some debuff resist and defense. And also team survivability from the Darkness Vessel, because this is going to be lowering the team's damage they do, because it's an incorrect translation. So shout out to Wolftail for helping me out with that. It's an incorrect translation, so it's actually going to be disabling the enemy's team damage by 25%, I think, and adding on a couple more. I think that's what it is. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that's how it was laid out. Now, as we go on, you may have only seen this team inside the arena, and that is partly because I have held this team to myself for so long, and actually only the Origin Guild in PV has seen it. Now, speaking of PV, it's a PV comp. So as you can see, PV is back mainly because of Dark Enchantress Cookie's skill from Cookie's dying. So as you can see here, Dark Enchantress will consume magic enemy whenever an ally or enemy is defeated. So by using the Feather and PV, who has a built-in revive, it is going to be much faster for you to get Dark Enchantress to be in her form where she is going to be able to have that revive. So going over the builds for this comp, everyone's pretty much going to be the same. Millennial Tree is going to be the same. Silent Salt's going to be on the 3/3 cooldown attack. DE is going to be the same. And PV is going to be on damage resist, cooldown, and HP. As you can see, Biscuit here, 3 damage resist, 1 cooldown. And then you want 50% damage resist here. You're going to want from 13 to 15% cooldown. Really don't need 15 on the dot. That's just a recommendation. Try and get like 13 to 15. Obviously, people don't have that well-built HP toppings. And I know it's a lot of HP toppings, but see if you can roll some more. And if you absolutely can't, then you can honestly sacrifice some attack and some tertiary stubs for dead subs. As you can see, I did right here for some crit resist because I don't have that many HP toppings that are upgraded. And obviously Marshmallow Bunny is going to be the same. So when you're going to be fighting this team, there is one rule of this team in which she gets benefited. Don't fight monocles. Right here, does this team have a monocle? No. And also don't forget Vessel, Feather, and Watch, as well as Pure Vanilla Rally. So let's go right in. Let's fight this guy. Hey, so as you can see, Millennial Tree and Pure Vanilla should be able to get his skill off. Feather is going to be protecting whoever dies first, which might be Silent Salt. Oh, there we go. Yep, I told you the Silent Salt. And that's going to be key, as the entire team on the other side is going to get destroyed. PV gets revives, and Dark Enchantress is already in her magic state, and that's just going to guarantee me a win. There you go. As you can see here, PV is going to be doing a lot of healing along with Marshmallow Bunny. Also, because of the Amplify buff that is gained from Pure Vanilla's skill, or auto attack actually, Millennial Tree is going to be healing a lot more even without the tube. And as you can see here, 49 million from Silent Salt and 76 million from Dark Enchantress, when the other team's cookies, Silent Salt, 21 million only, and 35 million only from White Lily, but PV was actually able to manage to out-heal the enemy White Lily, which is why I won this battle. Alright, so it seems like we have another Chest Whistle here. PV is going to be most effective against Chest Whistle, so let's fight another Chest Whistle. Oh, so this one's actually going to be Heaven. Let's see if this works. Pretty sure it's going to, but you never know what Heaven's cooking. 3-time #1 in a row, actually. So, shout out to Heaven. Again, PV is keeping the entire team alive. Still PV. Also, Pure Vanilla is going to be cleansing the injury that the enemy Dark Enchantress does. That's going to be helping. And I won. Come on. Come on. Oh, I lost. Well, as you can see, this comp is not going to be consistent because I fought someone pretty much same promos, but I got pretty much destroyed, right? This comp is not going to be as consistent, but is going to provide some variation. So you also have to be really, really careful about fighting higher promos with this team. So I was pretty sure I was going to win, but as you can see, Heaven's Millennial Tree healed 122 million, and that is going to be unacceptable. You're not going to be able to out-sustain that. The Millennial Tree is going to be able to heal everyone, and you're just not going to be able to overcome. And also, Bunny healing difference, and PV didn't really heal that much. And even though Dark Enchantress did 20 million, it's not going to be enough. So that's why you have to be really, really, really careful with this team. We do have a third comp, but I'm actually going to let my friend Shartifa explain it rather than me. So take it away, Shartifa.
Thank goodness my phone wasn't on silent. Woo! Thanks for having me, Dreeked. In this team, everyone is using the same builds as the other comps, besides Eternal Sugar, who's running full Searing Raspberry. This allows her to die off quickly and buff Dark Enchantress while also dealing moderate enough damage and inflicting some crowd control. The treasures used are the Jewelry Box, Flamingo Tube, and either variant of the watch with Millennial Tree's Rally effect. Now, let's see this team in action. In this example, the opposing team is using the Whistle and Jewelry Box, which works out perfectly for us. This comp we're using right now works very well up against teams that aren't using the Vessel or Tube, since it relies on bursting them down. You may be wondering, why are we using Eternal Sugar instead of White Lily? Well, that's because of her all-around 25% damage increase. Although she may not have the best damage anymore or the best survivability, this extra 25% is what pushes us over the edge and wins most battles. Now hear me out. Although I just said that this comp works best against teams not using the Vessel or Tube, I found that it doesn't mean it's impossible to win. In this example, the opponent is using the Tube and Monocle, which, why would they do that? But, as you can see, we have no trouble beating them. Go, Kylie, go. You are doing amazing, sweetie. In this last example, we're going up against a team using yet again the Whistle and Jewelry Box. If you haven't gotten the rotation by now, it should go Millennial Tree, Silent Salt, Dark Enchantress, Marshmallow Bunny, and then Eternal Sugar. Of course, Eternal Sugar uses her skill once and then dies, which you guys know pains my heart, but at least she's still usable in some way. Oh, I'm being told I'm taking too long. Oh, I'm sorry. Thanks again, Dreeked, for having me. And if you guys haven't already, make sure to check out my TikTok page at Shartifa. I love you guys.
Thank you, Shartifa, for explaining this team. And without further ado, guys, that is going to be the end of the arena video. Big thanks to Shartifa for showing up and actually participating and helping me out make this guide. And just remember, the treasure guide is going to be in the description for the main team, so do make sure to check that out because I didn't cover absolutely everything inside of it. The best combo is probably going to be Vessel Monocle, but that can obviously change. So do make sure to join my Discord server as well to get updated on the treasure combos. I'm going to be having a spreadsheet that I'm going to update. Maybe if I get around to it, I'm not sure. Without further ado, make sure to subscribe, like the video, and have fun fighting with Dark Enchantress inside the arena. And good luck is all I have to say.